Get outside in Pepin County. Pack up the family and visit the childhood home of Laura Ingalls Wilder. Sail on Lake Pepin. Bike the Chippewa River State Trail. Hike up Maiden Rock and throw a line in a trout stream. Sign up to win a vacation at visitpepincounty.com. We sat down with the members of Perth. This heavy Minnesota band is hitting the road on their latest album, Revenant. We talk about the process for recording and writing, their live shows, what's next for this energetic band, and where can people find out more. You can find more conversations, food reviews, live music, and events on our website, lacrosselocal.com. I'm Amy.
And I'm Brent.
And this is Lacrosse Local.
Lionel Bay. I was born in Anchorage, Alaska. I play guitar, but my path to get to guitar was actually a little not normal. I actually started out trying to play drums, ended up going to the stand-up bass, playing more orchestral music, and then switched to bass guitar, playing more jazz. It wasn't actually until like after high school is when I actually started playing guitar.
Well, hey, I'm Cam. Born in Gary, Indiana, but raised in Minnesota majority of my life. I played drums. If I wasn't with a pair of sticks, I was with a bunch of wooden spoons as a baby. So drumming has kind of been in my blood since I was extremely young.
So checking out your music the past couple of days, the latest album, I believe, I think there's something else coming down the line, but Revenant, what was the process for recording and writing that one? Was it fast, or is it something you kind of take your time with?
I mean, we probably wrote that EP over the course of 6 months, and that was in our apartment. We wrote a few number of songs, and those are the ones that we felt were the strongest and could really portray the story we were trying to tell with the songs.
And was it something that the music comes first, or is it the lyrics, or is it something that you kind of get together and kind of write it together?
I would say instrumentation first, and then based off of the sound that, was the basis of the song, that we would then have lyrics that kind of complemented it. If it was more of like an aggressive song, having more of those angry lyrics with it.
Also, kind of looking out, this album came out looking like in 2020. So it's something that you've probably been touring with a little bit, but was that right around COVID onset as well?
Yeah.
Or so did that have some issues with it?
Man, talk about a setback, because when we recorded that in 2019. We planned the release, was already trying to get shows lined up for after the release. And March is, I believe, when COVID actually became like the shutdown and everything. And we already still had our EP planned to be released in July. So yeah, it was definitely a setback, not being able to push the sound live, only have to really depend on internet, social media, and streaming platforms to kind of get our music out to people.
I know you could tell us also you have a new single coming out, but is it also is this album kind of like in the last, I guess, maybe this year and last year, are you kind of touring on this CD because it just didn't get that immediate hit, coming out during that year?
Yeah, so that's exactly it. We didn't play our first show until 2021, fall of 2021. And yeah, we've been touring to support this release, even though it was a year prior, pretty much.
You played the Warehouse a few times in La Crosse, or actually you just played the Warehouse, but you're coming back in August. What was that like playing the Warehouse? Or what are your shows like? What can people expect? But also just getting back into playing, it seems like it's only been a year or so that you guys have been back at it.
I would say our live show is an experience. It's something when you see us and hear it live, it captivates, and you're feeling the connection of the songs that we've written and the passion behind it. Yeah, just an overall just experience, a positive experience. As far as the warehouse, man, the warehouse, historic venue. Steve, he's a great booker, promoter there. We're gracious that he's given us opportunities to play his venue. La Crosse is an awesome city. The people there are, that came to the show were very nice, really respect the music and the passion that we have behind the music also. So I can't wait to go back there next month.
Cannot wait to go back.
Man, I started going to the warehouse probably, I don't know, I was 16. So at least, I don't even know how old I am anymore, but at least 25 years ago. Does that make sense? Yes. So what is it like? Do you guys normally play those kind of all ages venues, or is that something that's kind of new on the road here?
Now that I'm thinking about it, I believe all the shows that we have played have been all ages, or there might have been one that was 18 plus. But otherwise, yeah, it's all ages.
So what's next? What's coming down the line? You got a new single coming out?
Yeah, so we have a new single called Moments. We actually finished recording that in the end of 2021. And we actually just finished shooting our final scene of the music video that we're planning on releasing with it also.
So was there anything different in terms of that song that you're kind of particularly proud of, or is it kind of like, getting back at it sort of with it?
So I'm a little newer, I guess, to the band, but I feel like this one has a lot more, I guess the vocals with this song are going to come in and it's either going to captivate you and hook you, or it's going to captivate you and it's going to make you want to jump in a mosh pit. One of the two is going to happen. Because when I first heard it, that's exactly how I felt.
So do your music videos usually kind of match, the energy of the music, I would assume?
Definitely. We did release our music video for Halcyon, and that was more of a performance video. This one for Moments is going to be a little bit more storytelling and a little bit more of the nature and the scenery. It'll just be, like I said, just a little more storytelling.
So you got the new single coming out, you got the new music video. Is there anything else coming down the road that you're pretty happy about, or?
Hopefully another Midwest tour. That's what I want. That's definitely what I want.
Kind of just feeding off of Cam, playing these cities in the Midwest. It's so nice to meet people that are involved in the scene and really respect like local music. So yeah, going to play more shows in the Midwest. I know this fall we're going to be playing in Fargo for the first time. So that'll be, interesting to see how the scene is out there.
If people want to follow along, what's the best avenue for them to go to?
Probably whichever social media they prefer. We have our bio link, which is fsm.bio/PerthBandMN. From that link, you're able to find Spotify, Apple Music, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If people still wanted to be on MySpace, I'm sure we could have a MySpace link in there too. So it's whatever social media is their preference. That's the link, and you're able to follow us, find our new music, and see our upcoming tours.
Yeah, it looks like you can find you pretty easily just by looking up Perth Band on Google too. So a lot out there on you guys.
La Crosse Local Podcast is a production of River Travel Media. Do you have an interview idea you'd like to share with us? Message us on Facebook at La Crosse Local. Find out more about us at lacrosselocal.com, and you can subscribe to the La Crosse Local Podcast on your favorite podcast app. If you like us, rate us 5 stars. We appreciate it.